My name's Ellie Ben. I'm a self-proclaimed Groovalutionary. My school had a motto that was, college begins at 2. So when does learning stop? If you're still breathing, there is a lot of learning to do. So I am going to tell you about a free enrollment in a lifelong school, and it's called Groovalutionary U. Before I get into it, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and I'm going to tell you all about this free way to enhance lifelong learning when you meet me back here. My favorite thing about school was getting to dive into subjects for just an hour at a time. Go to gym, have a little lunch, a little playtime with friends. And the day seemed to be divided perfectly amidst my favorite activities. But then all of a sudden real life comes. And then what happens? It's 8 hours of work, 5 hours of commuting, and no time for play. It does not have to be that way. No matter what age you are or what your expertise is, you can create your own curriculum. You own your university. I'm going to call it Groovalutionary U, but I'm saying Y-O-U, Groovalutionary U. The idea is to give yourself creative time and space to do all the things that you want to do. So this is a very easy suggestion. I want you to simply take your calendar and create space for work, play, good food, and learning. Time to dive into subjects that are of interest. There is free information available to dive in and learn about all of the things that interest us most. So the issue is time. But again, this goes with priorities. And the thing that's so great when we're in grade school is we're already given the priority. School is the priority. Our development is the priority. The necessity to learn a little bit of this and a little bit of that is the priority. And then somehow we abandon ourselves and don't keep that stimulation going. And it's really hard to continue to have amazing, great creative output when there's no new creative input. You can't watch awful things on TV and think that then great things are going to come out. It cannot be. One has to plant the seed of inspiration in our regular life. I'm really into songwriting, and I'm also active in short story writing. Both improve when we keep on finessing and improving upon the piece. It never ends up the way that it started. It could start with a melody that's really great, but my words really weren't matching it. Maybe my words seem kind of happy, but the music is going into a place that's a little bit more dramatic. It doesn't seem to mesh, but the melody is still good. So I'm just going to change the words. And the same thing could happen in a short story. Like a short story might go down a certain avenue. I might get into some details that I think are very important as I'm describing it. And then when I realize that I want to be left with a short story and I'm trying to come up with the parts of the story that are most vivid and communicative, then sometimes I just edit a lot of those things, but there's no attachment to the process or judgment on myself during the process. I'm able to let that go. Continued education is actually the portal to creativity. It is the most direct way that you can feed your creative soul. You're not limited by time and space because you have everything at your fingertips.
You could learn how to play guitar, you could learn how to play the piano, you could learn how to flamenco dance, you could learn how to be a hip-hop dancer, you could learn how to become a synchronized swimmer, you could learn how to prepare yourself to become an astronaut, you could learn how to plant a vegetable garden.
You could learn how to dance the cha-cha. You could learn how to make a croissant. You could learn how to speak any language. You could decide to become a fan of love poems in German. I would frown upon you because there's a lot of guttural sounds, but whatever.
Schmetterling!
You could do it, and that's the point. At the Groovalutionary U, you don't have to ask me what the curriculum is going to be. You don't have to ask your friend. You don't have to ask the teacher if that's the way to get your groove on, because it's your life, and your interests deserve the development and the nurturing of continued education. At Groovalutionary U, if you're learning, you're getting an A+. So if you want to get an A++, make sure you're subscribed to this channel and hit the notification bell so that you can get all the latest on the Groovalution.